Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I'm Janet Rogalski, and I'm delighted to be here, and I'm delighted to share the podium with Cantor Jen Rower and our lovely bat mitzvah girl.
We're going to begin this evening with Ki Eshmera Shabbat, a song about the beauty of keeping Shabbat, which is on page 129. Page 129, I hope you will join with me. To continue now with the lighting of the Shabbat candles, which you can find on page 120 and 121. And we would like to invite up our bat mitzvah of tomorrow morning, Abby Goldstein, along with her parents, Dawn and Ben, and brother Noah, to lead us in the Shabbat candle lighting.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own time, be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai
Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu v'hadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
We read together on the top of page 124. We enter the sanctuary to welcome Shabbat. Within these walls, we sit surrounded by numberless generations. Our ancestors built the synagogue as a visible sign of God's presence in their midst. Throughout our long history and our endless wandering, it has endured, a beacon of truth, love, and justice for all humanity. Its presence guided our ancestors to live lives of righteousness, holding up to them a vision of their truth. Now we, in our turn, come into this sanctuary to affirm the sacredness of our lives. May we enter this place in peace. May holiness wrap around us as we cross its threshold. Weariness, doubt, the flaws within our human hearts, the harshness of the weak, let these drop away at the door. In the brightness of Shabbat, let peace settle upon us as we lift our hearts in prayer.
We continue now with the songs, the psalms of Kabbalat Shabbat, and we'll continue with Romamu on page 134. Just kidding. 135. I was looking at page 134 and I'm like, I don't see it. It's on page 135, the last paragraph in the Hebrew. Welcoming the Sabbath Bride with Lachado D on page 138. It's a tune that is relatively new to most of us, but is so easy that you will think it is something you've known for a long time when we start singing it. Lachado D. Lachado D. בשמחה ובצהלה I'd like to invite Abby forward to help lead the next prayer, the Hatzi Kaddish, which is found on page 144.
Yitgadav, Yitkadash, Shemei Rabbah, Ve'alma Divrach Yirteh, Ve'amlich Malchuteh, Ve'chayehom, Uvyomechom, Uvayed Kol Beit Yisrael, Bagala, Bagala, Uvizman Karim, Ve'yimeru, Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevarach, Le'olam Ulam Me'almaya, Yitbarach, Yitbarach, Ve'yishtabach, Ve'yitpa'ar, Ve'yitroman, Ve'yitnaseh, Ve'yitadar, Ve'yitaleh, Ve'yitalal, Shemei Nekudusha Barichu, Le'elam Mikol Birchata, Ve'shirata, Tushbechata, V'nehemata, Damima Belma, Ve'yimeru, Amen.
Please rise for the Baruchu. Page 146.
Together on the bottom of page 148. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gate, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzvaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, Amariv Aravim.
Israel.
reading at the bottom of page 151, the footnote. Torah is what God has revealed to us and what we discern of God. Ideas and ideals, laws and mitzvot, our religious heritage. It unfolds our memories of Abraham and Sarah, of Moses and Miriam and the prophets. It is legislation and explanation, allowing questions that challenge, answers that inspire, all a quest for meaning. It is our way of life, a path for our souls, and a design for our better world. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Please be seated. Ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher Anohi metzavecha ayom al levavecha v'shinatan levanecha v'dibrata bam v'shifrecha v'beitecha u'leftecha b'derech u'shofecha u'kumecha u'shartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu latotafon b'neinecha u'chavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'misharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotem v'hitem kiddushim Eloheihem. Ani Adonai Eloheihem asher hotzeiti etem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiot lachem Elohim. Ani Adonai Eloheihem. We read at the bottom of the page, "You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand, and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God. Adonai Elohim Emet." You'll find Mi Chamocha on page 158.
Oh
next page, sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come, the song of a land once ravaged by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace. On page 161, let us read together. At the top of the page, let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, hapurei sukkot shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, va'al Yerushalayim. Please rise for the tefillah, which you'll find on page 164.
Adonai, sefatai tifta, ufia gitahilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, Bekonei HaKol, Besoher Saster B'Primaot, Umevidu Lalifnei V'Neilem, Leman Shemot Ve'ahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach Magen, Baruch atah Adonai,
Your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. Please be seated. You'll find Ritzeh on page 174.
Ritzeh Adonai Eloheinu Ve'amacha Yisrael U'tefilatam me'havot tekabel U'dei l'razon tamid Avodat Yisrael Amecha Il Karov Lechol Korav Penei Lavadecha Vechoneinu Shevuch Ruchacha Aleinu V'techezena Eineinu B'shuvecha LeTzion V'techezena Eineinu B'shuvecha LeTzion V'techezena Eineinu B'shuvecha LeTzion V'techezena Eineinu B'shuvecha LeTzion Berachamim Baruch atah Adonai Hamachazir Shechinato LeTzion.
We read together on the top of page 177. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulecha na'er lehodot.
Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam.
We read together. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamvarech et amo Yisrael, Shalom. At this point in our service, we think of those who are in need of healing in body, mind, or spirit, whether in our congregation, in our community, or anywhere in the world. If you have a name that you would like to add, please do so now. Steve Owen. To those we add Judy Hirsch and Lita Nistel. You'll find the Misha Berach on page 371. We take time for some silent prayer.
Adonai Tzuri V'Koali. Yehiyu L'Ratzon Im Refi Ve'Yon Libi Lefanecha. Adonai Tzuri V'Goali. Adonai Tzuri V'Goali. Repeat after me. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, Adonai, my rock and my Redeemer. Yehiyu L'Ratzon Im Refi Ve'Yon Libi Lefanecha. Adonai Tzuri V'Goali. Adonai Tzuri V'Goali. This past holiday weekend, my kids and I did some schlepping. Columbus is a big city, and this past Saturday, we took a little bit of an accidental tour. Early in the morning, we drove out to a doctor's appointment in Dublin. Later on, my older son was texting with a friend who said he could come over. This was great, because I had to take the younger one to his skating lesson in Lewis Center. But when we looked up the directions, we learned it was going to take nearly half an hour to get to the friend's house, and then another half an hour to get to the skating rink. So, we schlepped. Brought the one kid to the friend's house, got back in the car, drove to the rink, had the lesson, back in the car, back to the friend's house, and hours later we arrived back at home. It took most of the day, but ultimately we were together and everybody got to do something that they enjoyed. At the beginning of this week's Torah portion, Parashat Naso, we're introduced to two families, the Gershonites and the Meraris, and we learn about their responsibilities. We read in Numbers chapter 4 the following verses, coincidentally, the same verses Abby's going to chant from the Torah tomorrow morning. Take a census of Gershon's two Levite families, the Gershonites and the Meraris. Count everyone from 30 to 50 years old who's able to work in the service of the tent of meeting. The Gershonites shall be responsible for maintaining and carrying the following. They shall carry the tapestries for the meeting tent, the tanned ram skins for the roof, and the blue tanned seal skins for the over roof, the drape at the entrance of the meeting tent, the enclosure's hangings, the curtain at the entrance of the enclosure around the tabernacle and altar, the ropes, and all the tools necessary for their maintenance. The Gershonites shall be assigned to carry specific loads. Then it says, take a census of the family of Merari. Count the Meraris from 30 to 50 years old who are fit for service in the meeting tent. The Meraris shall be responsible for carrying and maintaining these items in the meeting tent: the frames, crossbars, pillars and bases of the tabernacle, the pillars of the surrounding enclosure, their bases, pegs, and ropes, all their tools, and all their maintenance equipment. The Meraris shall be specifically assigned by name to carry all the loads with which they are entrusted. Susan Cosden, a Reformed Jewish educator, teaches that the role of the Gershonites and the Meraris, as stated in our Torah portion this week, is that of holy schlepping. The word for the work they are doing in the Torah is avodah, a word that's often used in the Torah to refer to the holy work of sacrifices. In other words, the most important work or spiritual act that happened in worship. But here, it's used to refer to carrying stuff, the stuff of the holy place, all the way down to the hardware, the nuts and bolts, and even the equipment used for maintenance. The word avodah is used in the Jewish organizational and camping world a lot. It's used to refer to leadership programs, inclusion and skill building for young adults with disabilities, and social justice programs. The message here is that the word avodah refers to work that is not ordinary, work that is imbued with sacred connection. The Merari family may be assigned the job of carrying the hardware, but their job too is avodah, just the same as the priests who carry out the ritual work in the Holy of Holies. The holy work of schlepping the screwdrivers and the nails. Our lives today are filled to the brim with schlepping, and I think it's fair to say that few of us would define it as holy. Consider this recent Facebook post by one of my neighbors. She wrote, Wednesday, dance performance and then soccer. Thursday, middle school band and jazz concert. Friday, elementary school dance. I popped popcorn for 3 hours. Saturday, 4 soccer games. 4. Sunday, 2 soccer games and tournament champions. Her post ends, this mom is going to be in bed by 7 p.m. with a tired smile on her face. I think the tired smile at the end of my friend's post hints at the holiness contained within it. Many years ago, when my kids were babies, I learned that there are different ways to approach the schlepping of life. We can either view it as a never-ending list of obligations, asks, and demands, requirements that are draining all of our time, or as a list of blessings that continue to unfold. And the truth is that how we orient ourselves to the work of life is by and large what dictates whether we can allow holiness to enter. But it's hard. When we are faced with a pile of screwdrivers to pick up and carry from one place to another yet again, just like we picked them up and carried them yesterday, it can be hard to find any deeper holiness there sometimes. The Gershonites and the Meraris were assigned by God to carry ropes, curtains, tools, pillars, crossbars, and equipment, and their work is defined in the Torah as avodah, work that brings them closer to God. May we all merit to find this connection in all the schlepping we find ourselves constantly doing. In the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Stephen R. Covey writes, to begin with the end in mind means to start with a clear understanding of your destination. It means to know where you're going so that you better understand where you are now, and so the steps you take are always in the right direction. May your steps always be in the right direction, and may your schlepping always be holy. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may be with God's will. I would like to introduce the woman who always knows where we are going, Dr. Janine Huttner, with our announcements for this evening.
The beam of flowers this evening are in honor of Abigail Bella Goldstein, who will be called to the Torah tomorrow. Abby is the daughter of Ben and Dawn Goldstein, granddaughter of Marge Goldstein and the late Bill Goldstein and Gail Manning and the late Richard Manning. Mazel tov to Abby and her family. Friday, June 16th, 2023 at 5:30 p.m. is a very special day for me. Make your reservations. The temple annual meeting will take place Friday at 5:30 in the sanctuary. Shabbat services will take place in the sanctuary also at approximately 6:30, immediately followed by the annual meeting led by Rabbi Jamie Gibson and Cantor Jen Rower. Dinner will follow services and is in honor of Ivan Berman's 70th birthday. Pam Jackson is hosting the dinner. RSVP is a must, no later than Tuesday, June 13th at 12 noon. Saturday, June 17th, 2023, beginning at 6:30 p.m., join us for cocktails and mocktails, grazing buffets, and toast, as we say Toda Rabbah, many thanks to Rabbi Jamie Gibson on that day. It will be our last opportunity as a congregation to share an evening with our wonderful interim rabbi and his wife, Barbara. The RSVP is a must, no later than Tuesday, June 13th at 12 noon. Additionally, I was asked by Alice Applebaum to announce the 34th Annual Interfaith Blood Drive. It will be held at Grace Lutheran Church, 4041 Monroe Street, on Saturday, June 24th, from 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. I have all the information here, and I'm going to ask Lynn to put it in the Temple Talk, so you will all have it. Or you can obviously ask Alice tonight. Please join us for Kiddush in the hallway where we have the opportunity to greet one another. Shabbat Shalom.
Please rise for the Elena, which you'll find on page 586. Please be seated. Remember Me by Elizabeth Tragosh. When it is time for me to leave the world, don't think of me beneath the earth. Instead, think of me when the earth gives life to spring's first flowers, when summer rain fills the air with the rich, sweet scent of earth and grass, leaf and tree. Remember me when the sky is painted gold and red at day's beginning and at day's end. Think of me, remember me, and I will live on in you.
Our thoughts turn to those who are no longer with us, those who paved the way for us and whose memories live on in our hearts. We think especially of those who have passed away in recent weeks for whom the period of Shloshim is still being observed, Kathy Ann Schiff and Richard Adler. We also think of those whose yahrzeit, the anniversary of death, falls on this Shabbat. We remember Herman J. Aronson, Bernard Bellman, Dorothy Berman, Pearl Buntman, Gladys Buskey, Sue Coughlin, Sylvia B. Epstein, Nathan Fagan, Jack Feldstein, Shirley Fischler, Dorothy G. Fox, Catherine Frankel, Joseph Gross, Robert Himmler, Dr. Albert Jacobs, Jack Kahn, Edith Katz, George Klum, Ryan Margulies, Martin A. Pollock, Harold L. Pollock, Fred Stauber, Celia Stockstiel, Mildred F. Strasburger, Louis Webney, Miriam Webney, Ruth Jean Zanville, and Alvin Zone. We rise as one community and recite the words of the Kaddish Yatom, the Mourner's Kaddish, on page 598. Yitgadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah, bel madi v'rach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechonu v'yomechonu v'chaye dochol beit Yisrael, ba'gala u'bizman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shemei rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lalmei al-maya, yibarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yithalal shemei d'kudshah barichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shalom rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. We say together,
Amen.
we'll join together in our closing song, Adon Olam, page 625. Adon Olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nira le'eid nasa v'chefzo kol azai melech shemo nikra azai melech shemo nikra ve'acharei kichlot hakol levado yimloch nora ve'hu haya ve'hu hoveh ve'hu yiyeh betifara ve'hu yiyeh betifara ve'hu echad ve'ein sheni leham shilo lehachbira b'li reishit b'li tachlit v'lo ha'oz v'ha'misra v'lo ha'oz v'ha'misra v'hu eli v'chai go'ali b'tzur chavli be'eit zara v'hu nisi umanosli menat kosi be'yom ekra menat kosi be'yom ekra be'yado afkid ruchi be'eit ishan be'ayira be'im ruchi geviati Adonai li ve'lo ira Adonai li ve'lo ira. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Let's go down the stairs.